What's going on, guys? Good morning, good morning. Pairs that we have on for today that haven't done STP yet, right? That are still in a valid space, right? Euro USD, we're still at the bottom, still consolidating, waiting to see if price is going to break the lows or the highs. GCAD, same thing, right? A little bit different. We already see how GCAD broke out of the consolidation and now is just consolidating up here at the top, right? When we're looking in regards to our 30-minute time frame, right, we can see how we had low, high, low, high, low, higher high, right? Gave us this low, this high broke, give us this low, this high, this low, right? So we know that we're trading. Let's delete this real quick. All right. So we know that at one point we're trading, waiting to see if price is gonna break these lows or if price is gonna break these highs, right? And we can see that price broke out of these highs, and we're still trading within that last red candle before the push up. Right? And we're trading between this high, which I'm gonna use the body of this green candle and the body of this green candle, right? So at this moment, where are we? We're in the middle of that zone, waiting to see what price wants to do, right? STP is 51, we've done 34 out of the day, right? And currently the only other place of interest that we have, we're either gonna get a pullback, right? We're either gonna get a pullback to get an entry here to go up, or our next point of interest is just gonna be this break above the zone, break above the 800 EMA, to continue this push to the top side. And at that point, if that's the move we're gonna wait for, STP would already be hit for the day, so I'm not gonna be looking for an entry until we get that move. So regardless, GCAD I'm gonna turn off, right? I don't like the fact that we rejected the 30-minute lows here, and then we just ended up pushing up, right? Price could always melt back down, go into the 30-minute low, and then go up. GJ already hit STP for the day. GU just consolidating. We're in the middle of the zone. We're trading between this low and this high for the day, right? So GU, we're gonna keep an eye on it. Not gonna be interested in really taking a trade on it, but it is what it is. US 30 is more of a NYC session trade. So let's look at Forex Factory real quick. Do we have any news? No, we don't. News at 6 p.m. That's gonna be interesting, right? No news today on USD, so let's see if we get any moves for the day. USD CAD just still consolidating here at the top. Right, not much to really say about this one. Gold, let's see if this hit SCP already. I think it did. It should already have, yeah. 188 at the 224. Simple, just we're looking for price to either, oh, where's my other line at? We're looking for price to either break these highs or the lows. Right, we ended up breaking the highs, never came back and retested, it just went away. Gold we could turn off. Look at oil real quick, where we at with that. Right, tested the highs, ended up going down, went to the 30-minute lows, rejected the 30-minute lows, started going up again. And then Bitcoin, still we see how we have testing candles. None of these candles gave us a clean break of structure. All of them were testing and then went right back down to the low. So let's change this high to this one for the day. We're still trading between the high and the low. So we currently really don't have any, we don't have any pairs that are fantastic out of this world. So we'll just have to wait for NYC session really. And again, there's really no news today, so we shouldn't be looking for price to move crazy. Again, same thing I said yesterday, right? We're at the end of the month. This is the last week of the month. Price, every single pair for the month and for this week already hit their ADR. So am I expecting price to move crazy at the end of this week or, for the rest of this week? Not really, right? I'm expecting to see what I'm seeing now, which is just price consolidating. If it moves, it'll just do STP, maybe it'll do ADR for the day, and that's it. And then it'll just consolidate. So, And then the pairs that haven't moved for the month, right? This is when it's gonna start moving. Which, when you see how gold is moving, that's the reason why. But aside from that, we just gotta be patient and wait it out. Great Rising Muhammad, what's good, my brother? Not much chance all day today, up. There were some moves during some pairs moved during Asia session, London session last night. EA still messing around with the highs and the lows. It's crazy. GJ faked a lot of people out as well. I woke up last night and I checked on this trade. I saw a lot of people take these trades going long. A lot of people here took these trades going long. Right after it was like, yeah, this time right here, going into like 1, 2 in the morning. This little pattern here faked everybody out. Exhaustion candle to the bottom, went up, came back, retested, gave us another exhaustion candle. A lot of people got in this trade here, and then price dumped right after. And again, why was this not a valid entry? Price never gave us a clean break of structure, right? So the people who got in this trade, who thought that this was a break of structure, right? If you don't know what a break of structure is and you got into this trade down here, right? This is where when you lose, oh, probabilities, I gambled today. No, that's not what how this works, guys. If you don't have a clean break of structure, and before that break of structure, price is just consolidating, moving sideways. You don't have a clean entry until you get a break of structure. You don't. It's just as simple as that. A lot of people took L's on that trade today. It's kind of crazy. And notice how we still don't have a break of structure of the lows anyway. First red candle, testing. The next candles have to be the ones closing below the wick. The candle that closes below the wick is going to be the real break of structure. So in 16 minutes, if we get that candle closure below the wick, perfect. Right, but GJ already did the move, so I'm not worried about it. Right, GU is still in the middle. So again, really nothing to keep a close eye on for right now. We'll have to wait for NYC. NYC will tell us what price wants to do. But yeah, any pairs you guys want me to go over, let me know. Anything you guys need me to explain, let me know. If not, we'll just be chilling here until we get a trade. Be right back, guys. Give me a minute. Alright, I'm back. So US 30, what are we gonna look for, right? Again, let's refresh to what we were saying yesterday, right? We had lower low. Let's take a step back, right? We can see that all of this is part of the same trend, right? There is no significant pullback at any time, right? For us to say, okay, we had higher high, higher low, higher high, right? Where did the first break of structure, right? Where did the change of character happen? It happened here, right? But this wasn't a significant pullback. It wasn't a how do I explain that? So like, oh, without using numbers, right? Because I want to make this make sense as much as possible for everybody, right? Without looking at the numbers, right? You're looking at ADR and doing the math, needing to figure out how much a real pullback is. Let's just take a look at how US 30 has been moving, right? That's first and foremost, right? We've been seeing that for the last week or so, right? Our pullbacks on US 30 aren't big, but they're big enough for us to be like, okay, we need at least, in small form, right? Instead of using the bigger numbers, right? We need about a 20 to 30 pip pullback, right? But let's use the numbers, right? So we could do this accurately, right? This was about a 100 pip, right? That was a 100 pip pullback. 100, right? 100. Now that we know that the average is about 100, 115, right? Because we saw there was one at 126. The other ones were literally flat on 100. So we'll use the middle ground of 110, 115, right? Was this a significant enough pullback? Sorry, fucking, I went up to the moon. Right, 83. No. Price never pulled back here, right? The only time that we saw price give us a pullback enough to be like, okay, this is where we could draw a zone would be when price gave us an engulfing green candle here, right? But I'm not gonna mark that. It is what it is. I'm gonna say that this is all part of the same trend. Price was literally just making lower low, lower high, 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 lower low, until here it made a small higher high. But then it continued lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? And it wasn't until here, right, yesterday, where price, it didn't give us, remember what I was saying yesterday, it's two phases in the market. Oh, right here, we drew it out yesterday, right? Two phases in the market. You have when price is trending, when it's going higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, or, right, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and you have when the market is consolidating, right? So it's the same thing. When you're looking at pullbacks, you're gonna have two sets of pullbacks. You're either gonna get a pullback where price is gonna go down, is gonna give you a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high pullback, right? To then continue down, or is gonna give you a pullback where price is just moving sideways, and then it'll go, right? With that being said, what do we see here on US 30? Right, price kind of gave us a variation of the two, right? It was consolidating, but it was also giving us small higher highs while keeping the same lows. Shit, I might have fucked up here. Hold on. We're good. I clicked the button on my mouse by accident, right? While we maintained the same lows, right? And then what did price do? Cool, started going out. Perfect. So we didn't get a pullback, we got a consolidation. So now that we saw, okay, let's take a step back here. Let's clean our chart up. We need that. I want to delete all of this, right? Because this is what happened, just in more of a bigger time frame than I thought it was gonna happen. I thought that was gonna happen closer to Asia, not in London. But same thing, right? We got the pull, the break of the highs, the retest to continue to push to the top side, right? Not only do we see that, and not only did that play out, right, but we knew that once we break out of these highs, which the real high really is here, the same thing. We got the break, pullback, right, the retest to continue. Now we have imbalances here on the left hand side, right? So what do we know? Now we should just have clean traffic all the way to the top side until we reach this zone here. Once we reach this zone, this is where price is going to do what? It's going to stop, and we're going to see price either reject or respect these. We're either going to see price respect or break these highs, right? Meaning we're either going to see price do this, right? Obviously not in such a clean way. We'll see higher highs, higher lows, shit like that. But just to keep it simple, right? We're either going to see price break retest to continue to push to the top side, which then again we understand. Not only do we have a 4-hour high, the daily high, and the 30-minute high in the same spot, but we also have imbalance. Once we break and clear these highs here, we have another imbalance, just clean traffic to the left hand side going up, right? And again, yes, we got a change of character, but we didn't get a break of structure. Right here at the bottom is not a break of structure. Just because a candle went below a zone does not mean it's a break. Again, what is a break of structure? When you have a candle, right, a green candle like we had today, right, this is a testing candle. It's still on the zone, it's still touching the line. The next candle has to be another green candle that not only is it not touching the zone, but is also closing above the green candles, the first green candle's wick, right? So the green candle after the first one is the confirmation that that's the break of structure, and we should start looking for trades at the pullback, right? This was a beautiful trade if you're up at this time. If you're up at 3 o'clock, right, 3:30, 4 a.m., and you're looking at this pair, it's a beautiful time to get in the trade. It's not something that you see every day in the market. Usually US 30, you'll get an entry a little bit closer to NYC. You'll probably get an entry at 7:30, 8 o'clock, right? You'll definitely start getting entries already at 9 a.m., right? And then after the NYC open at 9:30. So with that being said, right, price is moving how it's supposed to move. So we don't have a trade right now. Pretty sure we won't have a trade today because of STP, right? Once we get to these highs, if price starts rejecting these highs during, at this point it'll be already 9:30, but it'll be closer to 9:30. Once price reaches these highs, we'll see what price wants to do. If it wants to continue that push to the top side, then we know we have clean traffic. If it rejects these highs, right, now what if price does this, right? Then we know we have clean, right, clean traffic on the left hand side. We have imbalances going to the top, right? Not only that, again, if we zoom out, let's say price, right, let's zoom out and go to a bigger time frame, right? What do we see already going into the 4-hour? Yeah, we still see higher high, higher low, higher high. This could simply just be the pullback, be a higher low to make a higher high, right? Or we could already start saying, okay, we already have 3 pushes to the top side. We already have a high. We have a 4-hour high, the daily high, the 30-minute high. Could we expect price to do something like this now and start going down? Maybe, right? But before I see this externally, I'm gonna see it internally first, right? Meaning, before I see it in the 4-hour time frame, before I see it in the daily time frame, it has to happen in the 30-minute time frame. If in the 30-minute time frame we only have a change of character, that does not mean, oh, price is gonna reverse. No, that could mean that all we're doing is still trading higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, and we were just trading the pullback to make a higher low to make a higher high, right? The confirmation that price is going to turn around is going to be after the change of character, when we get a break of structure. Now, if price today decides to reject these highs, right, what would we be looking for? We'd be looking for price to break these lows, give us a break of structure, the retest to then go down. And we already know that we have gaps at the bottom of the market, so we know that eventually price is going to want to come down to the zone or to these levels, right? The same way we had gaps going to the top side for the last 2 days is the same thing, right? So we'll keep an eye on US 30 for today, but again, I'm not expecting nothing crazy for today. It is what it is. but every pair is pretty much the same, right? USD CAD, we know we're in a overall uptrend. But what did we reach? We reached the 4-hour high and a 30-minute high. And what has price been doing up here? Has been rejecting these highs. Price went to the bottom, rejected the lows, started going right back up, right? So we got to be patient. There's really nothing else here for today, right? The only highs that we had, right, to mark them, looking at our left side, right, we can see how price consolidated here, gave us this high, right? So we wanted to see the break of these highs, which we got, right? Break of the highs, went to the top. And where's our next zone? After this high was filled, where are we going? Right back to this high here, right? Once we get to this high is where we take a step back, right? Why? Because we have another break of structure and we have another just clean traffic on the left hand side until we get to these highs, right? And again, if we mark that high again, right, not only is this high the high of the 30-minute and the 4-hour high, but it's just also when we're looking at market structure, right? We had higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high, lower low, price consolidated, lower high, lower low, and then price did what? Now it gave us higher high, right? So we gotta wait the change of character. Now if we break above these highs, then we know price for USD CAD is going to continue to go up, but we need to get that confirmation first that hey, market is shifting, we're making a higher high to continue to push to the top side. But we need that confirmation before we get into an entry. We need the confirmation, and the reason is simple. Oh, why can't we just get in early and just hold? Okay, right? Number one is your stop loss. Number two, again, looking at market structure, where are you when you're trading? Higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, right? Where do you want to get in on the trade? Do you want to get in on the trade on the higher highs when you're looking to go long, or are you looking to enter a trade in a higher low to go long, right? So it's the same thing here. We know that we had lower low, lower high, lower low, and price is just now making a higher high. So wouldn't it be easier to look for price to give us a pullback, give us a sort of confirmation that hey, okay, we're going to continue to break these highs to go up, and then get in here to continue, right? Or vice versa. Like I said, if price decides to continue, right, where would we be looking to go short? Would be if price gives us a change of character and break of structure, going short, and we know that price is going to be looking to go into these levels, right? And then if that happens, then we know price is going to continue to go down, but we have to wait. There's nothing more we could do. Look at gold too, right? This is just one that moved. Oh, we already did gold, right? We did gold earlier, but just in case, right? Just in case we forgot. ADR STP for the day was already hit. This is what we all had drawn out. We knew what zones we had to go to. All we were looking for, oh, my top line deleted, right? What we're looking for is a break of these highs. Got the break. Price just never came back and gave us a retest, right? Aggressive entry if you got in here before the price took off, right? Aside from that, really nothing else, right? We knew we had clean traffic on the left hand side, right? So we knew exactly where price wanted to go to if it broke above the highs, and if it broke below the lows, we knew that this is what we wanted to look for too, right? Not only that, we had 2 days of rise. Today being the third day is perfect, right? 372, still in the middle of a zone, waiting to see what price wants to do. Right now, what do we know about 372s? If today finishes on that third day rise, tomorrow we'd be expecting price to either consolidate or go down. And again, wouldn't make sense. Why? Because price has been in the zone of consolidation this entire week, right? Since Friday of last week, right? Price right now is in a range, and we're in the middle of 30-minute high, 4-hour high, and a 30-minute low in the 4-hour low, right? If we zoom out just a little bit, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? We know that right now we're trading between this low, right? Because we had this high, this low, right? This high broke here, so we know that we're trading between this low and this high, Where are we relative to the high and the low? Where are we? We're trading in the middle of a zone, right? So now if we zoom in and we just look at market structure, right? At one point, yeah, we see that we were trending. Then we started giving us a pullback, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? And then what happened? Price started moving sideways, right? You had high, low, high to the middle, right? Until where? Again, remember, you're looking at this is the internal structure. I should change the colors to that. Again, remember, externally, yes, we're trading higher highs and higher lows down here. Inside of that zone, right, the pullback that was going to make the higher low to continue to make higher highs, this is what's happening in the middle of that, right? So after we're making lower lows and lower highs, price then gives us a higher high. Okay, cool. Price shifted, right? Gave us this higher low, and now we're waiting to see what price wants to do. If price gives us this higher high here, right, then we know that the next zone of interest is going to be here, right? We could take a little short trade right back to these highs, right? And then the same thing could happen. The next day it could just, now that we know that we're on a 372, right, tomorrow could we expect? We could expect price to reset, right? And that reset could either be when price is just giving us a no net and it gives us a day of no net, or if price wants, right, again, we created the same way we created the imbalance going up, we created the imbalance the next day going down, right? And then we created another imbalance right back going up. So we know that price is going to want to refill the imbalance. So price could give us either consolidation, give us a day of no net, or price is going to reject these highs, start going down, give us a little retest of the zone to go back up, right? Or again, we could either be continuing the trend, or we're just going to be trapped in the zone of consolidation, and we're going to continue to play around and ping pong between the highs and the lows of the zone. Right now, to tie everything together, this is why you see that I have these highs and lows marked, right? Because it's not going to be until we break above these highs or break below these lows that we're going to know what direction price is going to want to go to overall, right? So until then, the easiest trades to take are going to be, again, the 372s, right? Either going with the trend or against the trend, right? Looking at the zones, right? I wouldn't take a 372 if we're at the top of the zone. If we're at the bottom of the zone, right? Easy 372. Same thing going short, right? But if you're going counter, what could happen, right? The same thing I was explaining yesterday. If you look again, Thursday going into Friday, you had 2 days of drop, right? Going into the week, we saw that price reset, right? Going into the week, we had a gap the first week. So we already kind of went into this like, okay, well, we already know we had the reset, we had the gap, and we're going against the trend at the lows. We might not get that low. That's exactly what happened. Price gave us lower low, lower high, lower low, rejected the high once, went to the bottom, failed to break these highs. Once we failed to break these highs, we already knew, okay, yeah, price isn't going to want to go down. Went back up to the zone, didn't break those highs either, until, again, we had the price move up yesterday. So that's a little change of character internally. We have a pullback. Now we're waiting to see if we're going to get a break of structure in the internal. And then Bitcoin is just chilling here in the middle, right? Middle of a 30-minute high, 30-minute low. Rejected the 30-minute low earlier today, 5 a.m., right? And then started going up again. So that's an aggressive entry there that you could take. Right here at the bottom. Have a nice little stop loss too. Right at the 30-minute low. No shame in that. 17 pips. So at this point, we can see how, again, you see how these entries, they don't work. And again, the reasons why is because top of the zone. We don't want to be entering trades in a higher high. We want to enter in a higher low. And once we get to the higher low, what are we looking for? We're going to go down to a lower time frame, right? We're going to look, okay, is price still making lower lows, lower highs? or is price turning around? Right? And if we could confirm that in a lower time frame, we could then look for our entries, whether it'll be the engulfing candles or one of the EMAs, right? In this, I think we're in what? Well, let's see. V2, so we'd want to see price bounce off the 50 EMA, right? And right now we're above, right? We're in a higher high section, looking at the daily time frame. Higher high, higher low, higher high. What do we want to see? We want to see a higher low. We want to see a higher low. We want to see a bounce off the 50 EMA. Cool. So if we put, let's just draw a circle on it, right? And we look for this in a 30-minute time frame. Where could we expect price to pull back to? Right? Simple. And then if we look at this in a 30-minute time frame, why would that pullback make sense? Not only do we have the 800 EMA, but exactly what we have drawn here. This was an internal higher high, higher low, higher high. So we know that internally we're trading between this low and this high. And what are we doing right now? We're just trapping traders, right? We're making everybody believe that this is, a double bottom. I'm sorry, a double top, right? We're making everybody believe that this is a double top to do something like this, right? But realistically speaking, we're trading between here and here. What we really want to see is price do this and continue that uptrend push. With the 800 EMA being there, the zones being here. So there's too many things on the screen. We'll reset. So regardless, we know we wanted to see a break of these highs. We saw that price did not break, gave us a test. Next candle went below the zone, right? And now we're again here where price broke and continued to go. So this is the first time that price gives us a retest after the break of structure, right? And STP, let's take a look at that. I'm pretty sure we already, yeah, we're 10 pips off. We'll keep this clean, right? Which ones are the best ones to look at right now? EU, right? Just because price is still consolidating. GU, same thing. Only reason why it's still good to look at, we're still just consolidating, right? Other than that, they're both in the middle of a zone. So it's not the best place to look for a trade, but it is what it is. Right, US 30, we did STP on this already? Not yet. 42. Bitcoin shot. 742. I guess we'll just keep an eye on US 30. That's really the best one for today. The other ones are still kinda iffy, but we'll take a look at them too. We have no news for today, so 8 a.m. I'll take another look at these pairs. So about 18 minutes. I know exactly where this is at. This guy lives here too. I didn't know that. I didn't know. I did not know this guy lives here. It's crazy. Man, the things I'm seeing on both Instagram and Twitter, man, is crazy. With all these traders and the beef they have with each other, it's crazy to see. Because at one point, it's wild. Because at one point they were all buddy buddy with each other. They all were working together, right? But it's like what I was saying yesterday. Every one of them got greedy. They all wanted more, and in search of wanting more, they all hate each other, bro. Literally, they all hate each other. They all hate each other. And the craziest thing again is that their business plan is exactly the same. They're all scamming the same amount of people. It's just one is doing it more than the other, but they're all doing it the same way. Just one is being more greedy than the other. But it is what it is, yo. But but yeah. What you guys been up to all week? I've been on Monday I started this course trying to learn how to trade just regular stocks, I guess. But shorting them as well. So I don't know. I don't even know how to explain that shit, bro. Like I gotta do my research on all that with when it comes to regular, just trading regular, like Nvidia stock, Apple stock, Tesla stock. Um, because I thought that shit was only able you're only able to trade that like going long, right? But then there are people and there are ways you could trade it short. Like there's different brokers and stuff. So I joined the program yesterday, trying to learn a little bit about that, but it looks identical, right? The only difference is that I'd have to be looking at a lower time frame, right? Um, Not that we never do that here in trading forex, we do, right? Especially when you're trading, and it would make sense, right? Like when we trade US 30 is such a big pair, understanding that it's in the forex market and it's open all day and it has different sessions, you could look at it in a 30-minute, 50-minute, the 4 hour, the daily chart. But when you're looking, I'll give you the example because I'm doing it the same way, right? When you go into a 30-minute time frame, there's just not enough data in the market, right? And these regular stocks move so much and so fast, right? That you don't really have time to look at it in a higher time frame. So you're gonna have to do your analysis, right? You kind of That's what I'm still trying to learn. Like, can we use the same exact can we use the same market structure on regular stocks than like we do in currency pairs? Um, so that's something that I've been learning, and I've been doing it since Friday. Um, and it's been going pretty good, right? Just not taking real trades. These are just put trades that I see on the chart when it's active, right? And it's right after that 9:30, so I'll probably take a look at this when the market opens today. But it's pretty much the same thing. It's very similar, right? Just trading structure. We have higher highs, higher lows, right? When the market opens, you go down to a lower time frame, right? We can see how, okay, in the internal structure we had higher high, higher low, higher high. This is where the highs were held, lows were held, right? Once these lows were held in the 1 minute time frame again, you have lower low, lower high, lower low, change of character happened, right? Right after the market opened, right? Price gave us a retest of the highs, right? Again, this is not a break, this is a retest. Price went back to the lows. The point of interest, the last red candle that made the push to the top side, Price went to it, stop loss right below the zone to continue the push to the top side, right? Super simple shit. And then, looking at the same thing, right? I'm like, okay, could we use ADR, to our advantage in this as well? And I mean, so far in the last couple of days, it's been picture perfect, right? Once we get these entries to the lows, go to the top, 301 is STP. Price did 317 pips out of 301 that we calculated, right? So we got 100% of the move for the day, right? And that's it. That was right at the market open, and then price went right back down, consolidated, whatever, right? The next day, which was yesterday, same thing. Market open, right? We already saw that we rejected the highs. Once we rejected the highs, we had higher low, higher high, higher low, lower high, right? And this is where price gave us a change of character, lower low, lower high, right? And then price did what? It gave us that BOS, right? But what happened? Price opened with a gap. When price opened with a gap, and we saw that okay, it rejected the highs with this crazy wick right at the market open. What did we see? We saw green, green, red. Price gave us the retest, right? Green candle closed above. Both green candles have bottoms and top wicks. The red candles closed below. Perfect. We got the retest. Price went down, right? Played around for a few minutes and then started trending down. We go back up to the 30. I'm sorry, not the 30, the 5-minute. And what do we have, right? Again, we know that this is our first point of interest where price made the break, right, to make the higher high. If price breaks below these lows, then we know we could start looking for price to turn around, right? What happened? Price broke these lows, retest to continue to push to the bottom, right? And again, looking at STP, STP was 301. Did we do 301 pips? Yep, we did more. We did 373. So, gonna be interesting, right? Again, I'm still learning a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see if we could use the same, the same tools and the same knowledge that we have in this. Let's see if we could bring it into that. Gonna be something I ventured in 2024. We got 6 minutes left. Oh shit, Euro USD going counter, right? Explosive. 5 minutes before 8 a.m. GU also moving, right? Going counter against the trend, but it's all good. We know that we're in the middle of a zone. Again, we know that we're trading between this low and this high. We want to see either or be broke. So at this point, again, Euro, EU, and GU, we just don't really have a easy trade for the day. You just got to be patient and wait for it to play out. US 30 is the only one not really moving. We still got to be patient. I want to see, do we have any engulfing candles being present? We could get one in the 30. Oh no, we got 5 minutes. Well, we can if price decides to move. Let's go ahead and start cleaning this up, right? I hope all of that made sense, guys. We could keep these actually. We got 5 minutes. Damn. You see, now I'm hooked. I want to see, okay, how is NVIDIA gonna open now? Right. So in the 5-minute, we know that overall we're still trading between this high and this low. Well, I'm sorry, we had the break. We know we're still trading between this low and this high, right? Now we know that this low broke, gave us a change of character. Price hasn't given us a pullback yet, right? So what do we know after a break? We want to get a pullback. So we already got the break. In the lower time frames, right? I want to see, would it work out anywhere else? Not really, right? So in the lower time frames, which would be in the 1 minute, confirmation is going to be an engulfing candle, right? Not only the engulfing candle, we have lower low, lower high, currently still have a lower low, right? So if price decides to give us a lower high, higher low, higher high, gives us a change of character, gives us then a break of structure, we know that we could enter here to continue the push to the top side. Right, we have clean traffic until we break these highs. Once we break these highs, right, we know that price is going to retest to continue, right? Clean traffic again, left hand side to go where? To go here, right? One price reaches these highs, same thing, right? We want to see price break, retest to continue, right? Now, if price decides to turn around and go down, which I would assume is not going to happen, because also I know this is, news driven and event driven, knowing that Nvidia has a lot of good news and a lot of good things that they're doing and new chips that are coming out with a lot more production, even though they said that I think the Chinese government said that the officials can't use Nvidia products anymore or something like that. um we'll have to see, we'll have to wait and see, right? Internal structure, we have high, higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So not only did we break these lows and retest, but then we also broke these lows here. So could price just continue and give us this lower low here and then go down? Yes. Could price just do what I said here, where okay, it's going to give us a lower low, but it's going to continue to make lower low, lower high in the internal structure, and then higher high, higher low, and give us a retest of the zone when it starts trending above it? It could also do that. So our confirmation today was just going to have to be to wait a little bit, right? The same way we waited a few minutes here for the market to open to see what type of candles it wants to give us, and then catch a continuation if we can. And I think trading like this, right? Me learning regular stock trading is gonna definitely help me in this as well. So let's take a step back, right? We can see EU is just melting away now, right? Again, going counter. We're not looking for trades for EU to go down. We're looking for price to go up. External structure, market maker cycle, right? Market maker's pattern. We're in an uptrend, right? We're in V1. Right now we're in the middle of that zone. So again, understanding that yes, we could assume price is going to want to come down to the zone to then go at the bottom of consolidation, give us a safety trade to go up, right? But either way, I'm not going to be trading this, right? I would love for this to continue to go down. That just means we have more pips to catch going up. So either way, however this wants to move, we'll let it move. EU, if it wants to go counter against the trend, we'll let it move, right? GU is doing the same thing, but right now GU is rejecting the break of the low of the day. So I'm gonna move this low, even though it's internal higher highs and higher lows. I'm gonna move it to just the low of the day. Making this harder for myself. Just fucking zoom in, man. Alright, so we have the low of the day. I'm gonna keep this here because that is a zone to look for. And then this high here. Right, and GU's a similar outcome, guys. I'm looking for an overall uptrend, but where are we? Right, we're in V1, we're at the top of consolidation. Again, when you're looking for an uptrend push, when you're looking to go long, are you looking to take longs at the top or at the bottom? Right, and it's the same thing. We can see that GU right now is just consolidating. We're consolidating between the highs and the lows. So what do we have to wait for? We just gotta wait for price to start going to these lows again. Once price reaches these lows, then we know that's when we're gonna start looking for trades again. Right, but until we don't get to these lows, which is right when we start zooming out, we can see that that low was a 4-hour low. Right, and we know that we're trading between the 4-hour low and the 4-hour high. So we could see how internally we had lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Right, so we can see that we're trading between now this high and this low. So gotta be patient. Again, the more it goes down, the better for us. The more pips we have catching to go to the top side. So we'll let this move and we'll catch it whenever it's our time to catch it. Whenever we get our opportunity to catch it, we'll catch it. Right? US 30, let's see, did we get an engulfing candle anywhere else? Nothing on the 1. 30-minute, no. 15-minute, no. 5-minute, no. Right, so still gonna be patient on this one as well. Looking good though. So I'm gonna go ahead and start turning off GU and EU. Right, we're gonna just start focusing on 1 to 2 pairs, which will just stay our main focus for today is gonna be Bitcoin and US 30, which is the only ones for today really left. So let's go ahead and recalculate STP for the morning. It's 243, so we're 7 pips off. It's all good. Right, and let's look at our 4-hour candle, how it opened today. We opened bullish today. So with that being said, again, we know that we're trading between these lows. Change this to red. Right, and we know that we're trading between the high that needed to be broken for today was here, which we got. Right, the high of the day was here, which we also got that BOS. We'll just keep this one here. I'll be right back, guys. Give me 1 minute. I have to go to the bathroom. Break retest, right? So right now we just gotta wait for a confirmation. Once we get back to these lows, we'll see is price gonna, right? Is it gonna retest to continue, or is it gonna break, give us a BOS? Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. My bad. Might not be bugging. All good. So US 30, that's what we're gonna be looking for. We're just gonna have to give it a few seconds, guys. We have any engulfing candles in the higher time frame? Any red, greens? No, it doesn't look like it. But yeah, we just gotta. There's no zone for us to look for a pullback. Nothing like that. We'll wait it out. We'll see what price wants to do here. Right, because this is also one of those situations, right, where we have 3 days of drop. Could price go right back down into our 30-minute low? It can. Let's take a look at ZAR. Where we at with that? SAR just still here in the zone in the middle. Right, we're trading between 30-minute high and the 30-minute low. Price right now is just consolidating. USD CAD pushing up at the top of the zone. We'll see. Shadow, what happened, mama? You blind or something? What's going on today? Or are you just talkative? What do you want? Come here. What do you want? No? Okay. She's just walking away, so it's like trying to figure out what the cat wants, and then she just walks away. Like, alright, cool. Come here. What do you want? Speak to me in English. What do you want? Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, so real quick, now that we have time, let's update structure, right? So where are we trading from? Again, we know we're trading between the break. The break gave us this high, right? Our point of interest, right? The pullback support is going to be, I don't want to say is here, right? Because this isn't strong enough, right? say it's gonna be this zone here. Those lows we just gotta wait for market open. Okay. There was a few other charts that I was marking as well, but I couldn't add them. Let me see if I can pull them up. DJT was one. And there's some I was seeing some charts these guys were trading, and I'm like, yo, these don't even have candlesticks. Like, how can you be trading that? This one right here. Same thing. Opened with a fat gap, right? It's all good though. We knew we were trading between the low and the high of the gap. High broke with the wick, gave us the low and the high. Low broke, gave us a change of character. Right, in the 15-minute time frame, or I'm sorry, in the 5-minute time frame, it gave us this engulfing candle. Green, green, red. Right, the red had a little wick here at the top. Price broke the bottom of the zone here. Got a small pullback here with this green candle. Right, rejected the highs, started going down. Right, in the lower time frame now in the 1 minute. Right, all we were looking for was little retest. Right, price gave us a consolidation. Once we broke below, gave us a retest. Price went up, went down. Right, gave us a pullback. Right, so now in the 5 minute, that entry was just, you know, for the gaps, right? So then perfect. Looking at structure, gave us that break in the 5 minute. So we already know after a break we want to pull back. We know that we're trading between the low and the high. Price went to the top, right? Let's look real quick. This gave us a 1 hour engulfing. Right, so okay, so this is what we're looking for today. I'm looking for price to potentially reverse today on this. Right, and again in the 1 minute, or I'm sorry, in the 5 minute, right, once we got the change of character, the pullback, right, we changed to the 1 minute. This is where we saw price, okay, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Price rejected these highs, broke down, gave us a change of character, lower low. Price broke, gave us a retest, right, retest of these highs, stops at the top of that zone to continue to push to the bottom. And I didn't have STP calculated on this one, but let's see if it did STP. Let's see if it would work on here. It's just 30. No, this wouldn't have. Did I do it wrong? Let me see. Yeah, no, it didn't do STP at 30 pips. The 22. So for now, right, until I test out ADR and how it would work on here, we're just looking at structure, right? Why would you take profit here at the lows, right? It's just your structure lows. And that's where you would take profit. So and it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting change of pace for sure. I guess I'm just munching in the background too, so I got my mic muted. Yo, it's freezing in this house today, bro. They're bugging. Oh, how's the weather outside? Let's see. Reset 73. Damn, bro. Doing that to my computer just froze this shit. Damn. Oh, we're good. I'm back. I need to update my I need to upgrade my processor, my graphics card. I mean, it's not that bad. I have a 2070 Super and a i7 9700K. So it's not that outdated, but it got about what 4 years on it already? About like 3 4 years on it. So I'm still on the 2070 and there's already a 4060. So I'm a few thousand behind already. So that means I most likely have to update or upgrade my motherboard too. Might not fit if I get a new GPU, right? So we'll see. What's cheaper? Just cheaper to get another one? Just buy another PC instead of just getting fucking parts for it. Buy a new one. But the thing is that if I just buy a new one, like a brand new PC, I don't want to buy a pre-built. Cause I don't know. I don't want my shit to fuck up. I don't want to get bottleneck. I don't want to have to deal with that. Like my PC, I built it. That's why it's lasted me longer than if I would have just got one from Best Buy, right? Cause everything is still up to par. Nothing's really wrong with it. I don't have anything crazy that's wrong with it. It's just definitely slower. Um, I'll have to do some research on that. Cause I definitely do want more PCs. I want one for my house. Want one for the office. But I also gotta invest in and a laptop too. When I start traveling and start wanting to go out, definitely want to start getting comfortable trading on a laptop. What's that site called? The one that you could up PC part picker. That's a problem. I don't know what CPUs are good. I don't know what I should be getting, what I shouldn't be getting. Let's see, if I get one from Paradox, like a ready to ship. Damn. This is i7 13700K 3060 2100. See, that's crazy. But the build is amazing. It looks fantastic. Just do research, not a PC, not a PC guy. Can't be annoyed. You know, facts though. It's too difficult to. I mean, like if you know the information, you know the information. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, it's a fucking hassle. I don't know how else to say that. Like pre-built ones, right? Like there's an entry tier one, but I don't need an entry tier one because I'm not entry tier. I need something that's gonna go crazy, right? But those are fucking 25, 36, 4,000. Like I'm not dropping fucking 4 months of rent for a PC. Like, bro, there's no way. I don't know. I can't do that to myself. I have to do my research and see what it is. It is what it is. We'll figure it out later. Alright, so US 30, again, rejecting these highs, went down. And Bitcoin is still in the middle, right? We still haven't broken the highs, haven't broken the lows. Waiting to see what price wants to do. Make it in two trades is facts. Like, you're not wrong. But I don't know how to say that phrase in English. But I hate spending money, man. You know what I mean? It's something that I've always been, and especially as I got older, it's gotten worse. I hate spending money. I can't justify, like, for example, I love shoes, right? And I would love to have, you know, the way you see everybody else, a closet full of shoes. Like that's my thing. But as I've gotten older, I can't justify spending $220 for a pair of sneakers, right? And the type of sneakers that I'm trying to buy, if I don't get them the day that they come out, like on the release, if I can't justify spending $220, you'd know I'm not spending fucking 400, $600 on a pair of sneakers. Cause I'm different. I love sneakers. I wear them, right? I have a bunch of Jordan 4s that are beat up because I just wear them. I wear them. That's the sneakers that I love, right? That's the shit that's comfortable. So I'm not one of those guys that's gonna be spending all this type of money on shoes to keep them in a fucking closet. That's stupid as shit to me. It's dumb. I don't understand it, right? Culturally, it hurts my heart that I do that to my shoes because I understand that there's people that are willing to do some crazy things to obtain these type of shoes, but I don't see that. It's cool. The sneakers are dope. I want to wear them. So again, it's difficult for me to go out. Like I hate spending money. That's just how I am. So again, like, even though you're not wrong, like yo, that's literally only 40 pips. It's only 40 pips, but 40 pips is 40 pips. So you're not gonna become rich if you keep spending money, bro. Especially if it's not investments, right? So I know one day in my life I'll get there. I'll get to the point where I'll be like, all right, I'm chilling where I'm at. I'll be comfortable spending, but I can't justify it right now. There's just no way. I'm not that type of person. It's like I was explaining to my people too. They were like, "Yo, you don't really go out like that." I'm like, "No, I don't enjoy it because I still got shit I want to do." Like if I, for example, right, if it's a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Thursday, right, and I go out, I live in Miami. I'm not gonna be home before 7 p.m. It is not gonna work out because I'll have to leave wherever I'm at by 5 o'clock to literally get home in less than 2 hours because of the traffic. It's a Tuesday, Wednesday. People are getting out of school, getting out of work. There's fucking a bazillion people who live down here. There's traffic all day. So I don't go out because I have responsibilities, right? I do the live session. I like to trade. I like to mark my charts. Not only that, I wake up at 4:35 a.m. If I'm not asleep by fucking 10 p.m., I'm waking up mad tired, right? So I'm that type of person. I can't balance life and work. It has to be one or the other, right? And I know it's a just a it'll get to a point where I could balance them out, but I'm still young. It's all good. I got time. I'm not worried about nothing else, really. I just want to make sure that by the time I'm 40, 50 years old, I don't have to fucking do jack shit. So that's my that's my point of view in life. That's my perspective on how I live. Then everybody tells me, "Oh, are you like aren't you like you're missing out?" I'm like, no, I'm not. What am I missing out on? Drinking? Like I don't drink. Number one, I don't drink because it just doesn't do anything good for me. I'm not gonna put all my personal shit out there. Y'all bugging. But I don't drink actually. I enjoy it, but I can't do it. It hurts me. So what am I missing out on? I'm not missing out on anything. It's not right, and it's besides all of that, it's not something that you could only do now. Like going out to parties and doing all this shit. Like I could do that later on in life, and I could do it better than if I could do it now. Later on in life, I'm gonna be able to pull up to the parties however I want to pull up. And now I'm gonna be like, hold on, I can't do that right now. I can't spend this much money. Fuck that. If I go out to party, I'm gonna go out to party. That's my problem. If I'm gonna go out to spend money, I'm spending money. And I understand that's my personality. So I understand that I have to tame it. I can't do that now. That's the difference. I'm very disciplined in everything. Like again, you see that in trading and you'll see it in real life. That's just how I am. Like I don't drink because I also understand that if I start drinking, I can't stop. I enjoy it. I sound like an alcoholic, dude. I don't drink. I haven't drank since I don't. It's been a minute. I think since like last year, probably like my literally. I think like last year my birthday. This has been about a year now. Anyway, yeah, that's actually hilarious. True, missing out on nothing. No, bro. Like actually. So yeah, just still waiting. 8:30. Nothing really on the charts yet. Still gonna wait a little bit. Calm, nice. Not gonna lie. Nah, it is what it is. You know what I mean? When the time is right, the time is right. But again, I was never a type of person that used to go out. Like, and I always needed discipline, right? Because remember, before I got into trading, I was a gamer. I was going to tournaments, right? I was competing. I was scrimming, practicing every single day for fucking 8 to 12 hours, right? I was streaming, editing videos, posting on YouTube every single day, streaming every single day. So, I that was another thing. I couldn't go out, right? I worked with pro teams. I had events to go to, right? Invite only events that I had to show up to, events that I had to show up to. Um, and depends on the type of person you are. If you're a type of person that doesn't really care, you don't care about showing up on time, you don't care about doing your best. You're just there to collect your money and leave the way 90% of the people operate. Because that's how it is. If you work a 9 to 5, right, 90% of the people, right, they're always late. They just show up to work because they have to. They go and collect a paycheck and they're done, right? They don't really care about the work. They don't care if it's done right or wrong. They do it. If they do it, they do it. If they don't do it, they don't do it, right? They don't care, right? I don't operate like that, right? So it all ties down, right? Like, never, right? Never did anything that could jeopardize what I'm doing. So that's the way, I don't know. That's just the way I am. Cause again, whenever I work on something, whatever it is, right? Literally whatever it is, I have a certain type of pride in the work that I do, right? So doing these live sessions, I have pride in turning on the stream every single day, right? Monday through Friday and Sunday. And the days that I don't do it, whether it's things that I could control or things that I can't control, I still feel bad about it. I'm like, damn, right? So that's the way I am, right? I'm not gonna go out on a weekday understanding that I'm not gonna be able to fucking do a live session in the morning because I got home at 3 in the morning. That's crazy. I'm not gonna do that. I got things to do. But anyway, enough chattering, man. Oh, Bitcoin's still in the middle. US 30 still riding the internal higher highs and higher lows, guys. We're gonna wait it out here. Give it a few more. Let it breathe. What the fuck is this guy talking about? Hmm. The design of the bridge that collapsed. eh, what did this guy say? Yo, I can't even understand. Like, bro, what? The underpass, which were designed too low, obviously reflect racism. Alright? Guess a bridge building too low is racist. That's crazy. Yeah, these people are clowns.
14 minutes left for the 9 a.m. candle to open, guys. That's what we're gonna be waiting for. Again, guys, remember, why are we not looking for a trade here at the top? Because we're in the higher high section of the trade, right? So here at the higher highs, I'm not looking for an engulfing candle. I'm not looking for none of that. I'm looking for a pullback. If we can get a nice pullback, perfect. We'll catch a continuation. If not, we'll have to wait. We got 5 minutes now for this 9 a.m. candle to open. I'm assuming we'll get a little bit more volume coming into the NYC open at 9:30, right? And then from 9:30 to 10:15ish, that'll be the times that price is going to start moving. Oh, man. Alright, so we got 40 seconds left for this 30-minute candle to close and for our 9 a.m. candle to open. Bitcoin's still in the same spot. Ain't doing a damn thing.
See, I went ahead and got some borrows. I think we've traded this one before too. Yeah, so it's ran a couple of times. Typical small cap type of trade. So hopefully here pre-market we could just clear these 370 highs and actually get some sort of overextension parabolic move closer to 450, let it go as high as it wants to go, and then later on in the morning, after some sort of top or kill candle, or let it lose VWAP and get some backside bounces to short. So yeah, here we go. So hopefully that can continue for the next 30 minutes.
Alright, my bad, I'm back. I was watching the dude that I'm taking that course from with the regular stocks and shit. He was doing a quick session. There's a little breakdown of the watch list that he's on. What I gotta do is I gotta find a broker, right, where I could look at the chart and the charts are all updated, right? Because on TradingView, right, you can see that price closed at 5, right? But if you're trading right with a software and a broker that allows you to short, you'll be able to see all the data on the charts. So on TradingView, it'll just open with a gap up here at 70. But you see how that wouldn't work here with us, because at this point this would be a 1 hour engulfing, right? We'd want to see price. Pretty much this is for us. This would be the position after a change of character, break of structure. This would be the retest. Right, today's Wednesday already? Holy shit. Right, this is the entry we would want to take. And this would be pretty much the stop. Now, this is in the 1 hour, so the stop loss is pretty high, right, for price to do something like this for today. Created the imbalance going down. We'll see. 9:30. We got 22 minutes left. We'll see. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research on that today, figure out what broker I gotta use, and then we'll see how that goes. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, man, any other pairs you guys want me to go over, anything you guys want me to explain again, why am I not looking at a certain pair? Why, whatever question it is that you guys have, just let me know. Also, I don't think I said this, but make sure you guys join the Discord. I'll post a link in the chat. Free Discord. Sorry, where the hell is the server? Yeah, you could request one-on-ones, free one-on-one session, private one-on-one sessions. 15 minutes here, guys. Alright, so US 30 seems like didn't give us another opportunity and it's just leaving without us, guys. So and let's take another look at STP 243 before we make 243. It'll be right at the top of the zone. So gonna be interesting, right? And Bitcoin, I'm assuming, would do the same. Yep, pushed up to the top. Didn't really give us an opportunity, right? Failed to break the highs, failed to break the lows. This is gonna be the first time where it breaks these highs. So price here is just consolidating, waiting to see what price wants to do at these highs. So it's pretty much it for today, guys. Every other pair moved super early, right? The only pair that gave us an opportunity, or that had an opportunity, right, to wait for was 30. But didn't give us a complete move, right? So at this point, I'm done for the day. There's really nothing else left here for us. Again, gold moved super early. You know, all the other pairs, GU moving counter against the trend, GJ moving counter against the trend, EU moving counter against the trend, and still in this consolidating zone. So everything else, we just gotta wait for it, guys. We gotta wait for the moves to develop. Once the moves develop, then we'll catch these entries. We'll be back again tonight, guys, 7 p.m. We'll do the isolation session. Make sure you guys join the Discord so you guys could know when the link is posted and when we're live. Alright, guys, peace out.